How would you feel if certain biological conditions in your body dictated where you can go, where you can work, what you can do? Is it okay to limit individual freedom on the basis of one's biology alone? This is what Immunity Passport is all about. Let's understand it in detail in today's video. Talks have been going on about issuing a certificate to those who have recovered from COVID-19, assuming that they are protected against reinfection because of the presence of antibodies in their bodies. This document would certify that an individual has been infected in the past with the SARS coronavirus 2 and is therefore immune to it. This is because when a person's body first gets infected by a pathogen, the immune system of the body generates antibodies against the pathogen, so that the next time the same pathogen enters the body, the immune system fights it, saving the body from getting reinfected. This document would be called Immunity Passport. What would be the use of this Immunity Passport? This passport would filter those people out who are seemingly protected against the infection because of the presence of antibodies in their blood. It will ease the restrictions for its holder and enable the individual to travel freely and resume a regular life. Whereas those without a passport will have to follow all the required restrictions and preventive measures. If we go back in time, we see that such a thing has happened before in the 19th century at the time of yellow fever. For most of the 19th century, New Orleans issued immunity passport to those who had recovered from yellow fever. This controlled where the passport holders could work, who they could marry, and for the victims of slavery, their worth was decided based on whether they owned an immunity passport or not. It soon led to discrimination of people and divided the citizens based on their immunity. Such a thing may happen again if the policy of issuing immunity certificates is introduced now. Are there any other reasons why an immunity passport is not a good idea in the times of COVID? Let's see two biological reasons first. First, lack of knowledge about coronavirus. The first reason to not take such a big step is that this coronavirus is a new virus to humans. And while scientists have been studying its features, they are still not sure whether every infected body produces enough antibodies to guarantee future protection. Even the time period of protection is unknown right now. World Health Organization is also not supportive of using immunity passports for the same reason. Second, inaccurate testing. The immunity passport will have to be issued based on the presence of antibodies in the sample. But the test, a serological test which is used to detect antibodies, is not a 100% accurate test. If the concentration of antibodies in the collected sample is less, then the test might show a negative result even if the person is immune and does carry antibodies. These two reasons cause a biological barrier in implementing the idea of immunity passports. Now, what about the social barrier? The world's experience with yellow fever shows that discrimination is an inevitable friend of the immunity passport. The gap between the rich and poor might widen because clearly the ones with adequate resources would be more likely to obtain a test than the vulnerable ones. And only those with the test and the certificate might end up getting the required jobs, loans, insurance, etc. Alexandra L. Phelan from Georgetown University Medical Center wrote that the immunity passports would impose an artificial restriction on who can and who cannot participate in social, civic, and economic activities. Desperate in the face of restrictions, this might even push people to seek out the infection. Let's come to the logistical possibilities of an immunity passport now. The first challenge for the authorities would be to arrange for millions of tests, which would require a much larger workforce and national capital. Developing the limited test capacity of countries would be hard to do. Another problem might arise when a country that does not issue immunity passports has to deal with countries that do. The latter might not allow the movement of people from former countries for safety reasons. So it appears that now, until we get a vaccine for coronavirus and gain a better understanding of the workings of the virus, jumping at the idea of immunity passports would be more than a little risky to adopt. Keep watching Swarajya Standard with me as I bring you more such perspectives from around the world.